Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today we're going to be making sweet and sour chicken. So this is my take on the sweet and sour chicken. My son has recently just fallen in love with Chinese food. Partly to blame, I suppose, when I couldn't be bothered cooking. So a nice simple way of doing this. So in the bowl, I've just got some chicken thighs that I've cut up into bite-sized pieces, and I'm just adding some salt and pepper, and then I'm going to give that a good old mix, and then I'm just going to pop that to the side and let that marinate while I'm getting everything else ready. While I'm mixing that up, I just want to say thank you for all the lovely comments. I know I've not been posting as much as I've normally been. The truth being, I'm still suffering a wee bit, so I'll try and get anything that I do new, I will show you. So for the sweet and sour sauce, I've got some tomato ketchup, some brown sugar, some malt vinegar, I've got some light soya sauce, and if you wanted to, if you're a fan of it, you can add in some pineapple chunks from the tin. I find those are the best out, and you add in all the juice. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to add in tomato sauce, and that's going to do all your heavy lifting there. And you can see there I've put in 5 dessert spoons of tomato ketchup. I do actually add in probably another dessert spoon later on, just to make sure it's done there. Now with the soy sauce, I'm just adding in 2 dessert spoons in there. You can leave that out if you want. And now I'm also adding in some malt vinegar. I find that that's the best sort of tang that gives the balance there. So I'm only adding in a couple of them, so nothing too, just one I think. No, I did do 2, and it did lift it, so it is nice. And then with the brown sugar, I'm adding in again probably 2 or 3 dessert spoons of the brown sugar. Again, if you want it sweeter, add more sugar. I would advise, however, if you're adding in the pineapple chunks, that will add sweetness, so you just leave out some of the sugar. So you can see there, I'm using a teaspoon, so that's why it looks like there's more than there actually is. And then just give that a mix until it's all combined. And again, this, because it was dark sugar. Now, this sauce can be made from anything you've got lying around. So as I was making this, I was actually thinking to myself that this could be made on an even cheaper budget. If you buy some of those frozen popcorn chicken bites, get them in the oven while they're cooking. That saves you frying off the chicken and cutting up the chicken. This sauce is predominantly tomato ketchup, which most of us will have in our cupboards. Some vinegar, again, most of us will have in our cupboards. And some sugar, again, most of us will have that in our cupboards. So it should be a nice, easy and cheap alternative to the Chinese takeaway. And I've just got some bell peppers that I've cut into bite size, and I'm doing the same with the onions. So got them there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to create and make a light batter for the chicken. So I've cracked in an egg. I tried to keep the yolk out, but a little bit snuck in. And then I'm going to just add in a couple of tablespoons or dessert spoons of flour, 1 of corn flour, and if you've got baking soda, a little 3/4 or 1/4 of a teaspoon of that just gives it a lift in some cold water. Now, I don't have any baking powder, so I've just used some sparkling water just to get that extra lightness in there. You don't want an overly thick batter, but you do want it to sort of stick to the chicken, and when you're frying it off, you want it to have that crispy, beautiful coating. So you can see there that was a little bit loose, so I did add in a little bit more flour just to get it balanced. And then you want to, you see me struggle getting a bit of chicken out, just coat your chicken, and then you want to get it into the frying pan or the deep fat fryer or the air fryer, whatever you've got. Like I said though, the popcorn chicken would be perfect. You know the kids love that, and it's just the sauce, so you could have the sauce on the side. A simple alternative. And all I'm doing here now is just making sure that the oil's up to temperature, and I'm not overly filling the pan, because I want to keep the temperature as high as possible while you're doing this. This bit will take a wee bit longer because you've got to sort of do it in batches. So the more you're making, the longer this bit will take. But you can see there what you want to achieve is that golden brown colour on the chicken. And there's the second batch that I'm just cooking through. These on their own were amazing. I had to actually kick my son out of the kitchen from eating them. So in a new frying pan, once you've done all your chicken, just a little drizzle of oil. This pan is screaming hot, because what you want to do now is you want to bring everything, cook it as quick as you can at a high heat, so you keep the crunchiness of the vegetables, but they're also cooked. So you just want to make sure you're moving them around, and you just want to give them a few minutes until they start to colour a little bit and get a little bit softer. So you can see there they're starting to glisten, so you just give them a bit of a shake in the pan, make sure that you can see they're starting to pick up a little bit of colour. You can see there they're starting to char, so we know that they've still got the crunchiness, but they're starting to release their sweetness. And then you add in the sauce. You want to see this come up, and you can see it sizzling straight away. You want to bring this up to temperature and get that boiling. You can see there how quick that is, and you want to cook that through, because you want to reduce it just a little bit, just so that it becomes sticky and sweet, and you're cooking out the sugar, and you're caramelizing that, and you're getting it all just working together and bringing it up. So it's quite loose at this stage, and you want to just keep an eye on it, because you don't want it to go too far, because you have got a hot pan now, and you just want to keep it moving. And then what you want to do is you want to get your chicken, and you want to add it in once you know that you can see it reducing already. So after a couple of minutes, you can see how it's going all glossy. You want to get in your chicken. You can see those beautiful crispy chicken nuggets that we've made. Get them coated, and you just want to cook these through, and you want to bring the chicken back up to temperature. And then it's all you're doing is plating up. Guys, I hope you're looking after yourselves out there, okay? Be kind to each other. If you like the video, press the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. From my family to yours, thanks for watching. Till the next time, signing off.